Have you ever felt like something was watching you when you're all alone in your room? What if that feeling was actually a dark entity that had been haunting you for years? In this true story, a young woman discovers the terrifying truth about the entity that has been lurking at the foot of her bed for years. It all started when she was a child. She would wake up in the middle of the night and feel like something was watching her. She would look at the end of her bed and see a dark, shadowy figure standing there, watching her. She was too scared to move, so she would close her eyes and pretend to sleep until the feeling went away. As she grew older, the entity didn't go away. In fact, it became more and more persistent. She started to feel it watching her even when she was awake, and she would often feel like something was touching her or breathing on her neck. She tried to ignore it, but it was always there, lurking in the shadows. One night, she decided to confront the entity. She opened her eyes and looked at the end of her bed, and there it was, the dark figure. But this time, it was different. It started to move towards her, slowly at first, but then it picked up speed. She tried to move, but she was paralyzed with fear. The entity was almost on top of her when suddenly, it vanished. She never saw the entity again, but the feeling of being watched never went away. To this day, she still feels like something is watching her, even when she's alone in a crowded room. She's never been able to explain what happened that night, but she knows that the dark entity at the foot of her bed was very real.